back. Round of 32 is wrapped up. Round of 16 is starting right now. So we got Morocco and Canada playing, but we want to talk about
right now.
Right now. They just started, but we wanted to get this in real quick. But yeah, what a round of 32! Just insane games. What are some of your highlights or your thoughts or memorable moments?
Well, one thing is I can't believe how many already have gone into penalty kicks. Now it's only 3, but it feels like so many more. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But I can't believe how many people are missing their PKs.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
Well, okay, what is your thought with the stutters? I feel like if you looked at the percentage of the ones that miss, it's the ones that are doing the stutter stuff. You know what I mean?
It drives me nuts, and I'm sure you as a coach as well. I hate it when players try and get cute, and that's the problem. People are getting cute. If you look at, and everyone always calls him Penaldo, but if you look at Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah.
he is, I mean, historically, I think one of the best penalty kick takers in the history of the game. He doesn't do that cute stutter step. He used to,
Right.
and doesn't anymore. You just, and just there's something about, and I think when you do that stutter step, there's too many things going on in your head. This sport is 90% mental, especially when you're taking a penalty kick.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper is the one. Everything it comes down to that goalkeeper. He's the one that has to guess. You're not guessing which way the goalkeeper's going.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just have to go out there, pick your spot, hit it. If the goalkeeper gets there, goalkeeper gets there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. You have to know when you're going up to that PK spot what you're gonna do. It's like in the middle of the game. Coaches always just tell us, and I tell the players now, when you're getting that ball, you should know what you're gonna do with that ball before you get it. So that way, when you get it, we go. It's the same thing on a penalty kick, man. It's all these cute stutter steps. They're just, I mean, you're just making it complicated. You're already under a lot of pressure. Walk up and hit it, man. Just walk up and hit it. And if the goalkeeper gets there, goalkeeper gets there. It's what it is, man.
Right.
It is what it is.
And if you're an elite like Ronaldo or some of these top players, they might be able to do a little bit of a stutter or a little bit of hesitation, but because I think he hesitated a slight bit, but he didn't really he knows his spot. He knows he's going to go there. And I think for these younger players, even in the World Cup, that obviously are great players to be able to be at the World Cup, but even for them, I think they're trying to emulate something that maybe specific players can pull off, but that's not you. You know what I mean? Like not to diminish them, but that the majority of players should just be walking up and hitting the ball. Have your spot. How many times do you see a goalkeeper go the correct direction, but they've practiced that spot over and over and over, and they can get it there? You know what I mean? To me, especially a younger player, even talk about high school and stuff, they are now, to your point, trying to guess or get the goalkeeper leaning. I'm like, it's too much of you're trying to adjust then and it's not going to end up where you want it to go, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, when I tell our players it's like, look, it doesn't matter if that goalkeeper knows which way you're going to go. Like, it really doesn't, because unless that goalkeeper goes so early that at that point you just pass it the other way, unless they go so early, the chances of them getting there in time, it's still pretty slight. You know what I mean? If you're putting that ball in that corner, if you're just hitting and you're hitting it hard, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? I mean, and to your credit as well, I think you said, even when they guessed the right way, it didn't really matter.
Right.
Didn't really matter, because unless they go so early, like the Moroccan goalkeeper.
Okay, that's interesting.
He went so early.
Yeah.
And there were a couple times where I'm watching, I'm like, you're professionals. He's over there before you're even getting to the ball.
Right.
What are you doing? Just
like he does the
other way.
Somebody described it as they've never seen anybody use the FIFA strategy in real life, where he just slides across and he's standing there and boom,
Yeah.
I mean, he might be changing, if something like that catches on, he might be changing something, but you have to be a specific goalkeeper to pull it off. But he's just crazy enough to be able to do it. You know what I mean?
I think the Netherlands panicked a little bit in that.
That's fair
and
too.
There was a couple where I forget what the players were, but it's like what are you doing? I mean, it's the same thing in the Germany Paraguay penalty kicks. In my opinion, I'm sitting there and I'm like, why is Jonathan Tah taking a penalty kick? No offense against Jonathan Tah, but you're not usually taking your center back and having him
Yeah,
take a shot. Now, I saw a story where I think the captain Joshua Kimmich came up and said, "All right, who wants to take it?"
I saw
And
that
quite a
too.
few of the skill players were like, we don't want to. I'm like, credit
Two-
to Jonathan Tah for
Yep.
saying, "Look, I'll do it." Fair enough. That's a great mentality to have, but I that's where the substitutes that Julian Nagel's been made, where you sat there and you go, why are you taking Florian Wirtz out now? Why, you know what I mean? Why are you, there a couple of these skill players that he took out? I mean, I think it was even in overtime,
Oh
where
yeah.
I was thinking, why are we taking these guys out? You're gonna need them in PKs. Paraguay's obviously playing for PKs. You know what I mean? And I think Florian Wirtz came out. I mean, it was late. So
Yeah.
you can't play another 5 minutes.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. For me, like it's almost more when you see the captain going down the line asking players who you'd think would take it, and they're saying you can see them shaking their head no or like
Yeah,
giving little signals no. Like to me, all the credit to the ones who take the PKs,
yeah.
and I mean, for next call ups and stuff, you think as a coach, you're thinking, okay, why aren't you willing to do that for your national team? You know what I mean? For the guys who didn't take it. But yeah, that was definitely one of the biggest shocks. I think was the Paraguay knocking Germany out. In my opinion, trying to think here. Well, last night's game as well, which was Argentina and Cabo. That was unbelievable, bro. I was cheering like it was the U.S. playing, man. I was hopping up and
Me
down.
too.
Yeah, it was such a crazy game.
I'm buying. I already told Aaron I'm buying a couple of their jersey.
I want one too. Yeah.
Not solely because of that game. Well,
Yeah.
not solely because of that game, but that game right there solidified the fact that I'm going to be getting one. I'm getting a Stephen Morietta one anyways because he's a crew player.
Right, right.
So
I'll be honest. I
works
I
for me.
forgot he played for them, so I'm a. So I was all of a sudden he was on the team. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a crew
Yeah,
player out there. Even
yeah,
from like
yeah.
the group stage games. But like before the World Cup, I didn't register. Oh, he plays for them. You know what I mean? And so I've seen a few people say, as lifelong Cabo fans since June 15th, I'm gonna get a US or get a jersey from them. So that's
I
me. You know.
I knew he was a Cabo Verde player, and I've known for a little bit, but I never really thought, we'll see them in the World Cup
Right.
because the crew always post things about, here are players going off for qualifiers and stuff like
True.
that, and they always kind of post their country. So I never expected to see him at the World Cup, but when he did, when he was there, I'm like, oh, I forgot, holy crap!
Right.
And then just for him to do as well as he did, and not just him, but the whole team do as well as
Right.
they did, I was like,
Yeah. I mean,
God,
the dude that.
they deserved a
Bro.
result.
Yeah. It was insane. Like just like to fight back, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you can say, well,
twice.
they were fighting back for, and it was kind of like they were kind of playing with house money, and that first of all, nobody expected them to be there. Second of all, like get out of the group stage, and then you're playing Argentina, who's playing very, very well, and like just the way they fought and they didn't quit, they're just grinding it out, working together. Vozinha, I it makes me wonder, like, life is there's different paths and stuff. It makes me wonder, like, how did he not end up at a bigger club at some point? But also
Yeah,
he's in his 40s. Maybe this is the culmination of playing more free. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
mean, the ball would come in, he just do a little juggle, play it out. He was like faking
yeah,
out the strikers. Like I think there's a freedom in knowing we're not supposed to be here,
yeah,
and yeah, we're just gonna battle as long as we can, And I think there's a freedom in that, and the pressure was starting to get to Argentina. I mean, you could see, the Argentine players after the game, like they were like they knew they barely survived that.
yeah, and that's again, I've talked to a couple people about it, and I think Leon asked me, he's like, how does a team like Cabo Verde do what they did to get to where they got to? Because they didn't lose in the group stages. I think they drew every single game, and like how do they take a team like Argentina to the very edge? How do they keep Spain out? And I said they are a great example of a good team versus a good group of players.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
France has done a good job of kind of being a good of both,
Right.
having superstar players and everybody be on the same page and work well. Well, now they haven't come up against any really big teams yet. I don't, no offense to anybody,
But the way they're playing, yeah.
yeah, with the way they're playing, they make it look easy. Argentina is a good team as well, but it's a lot of. You can tell yesterday, especially, they all play hard. Not saying they don't play hard, but Cabo Verde had just a little more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're that small of a country, you're that team, and to really scare Argentina, you score the goal of the tournament, in my opinion, so far.
Same.
That kid cut it back. I saw someone saying, imagine you're Argentina and you just let a right back who's playing left back cut in and score the goal of the tournament on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, and that kid again scored one on that free kick.
Oh yeah, almost dropped it in. If it's a little further over, it's going in.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
1 foot over and it's going in.
Yeah.
I think actually even a 1 foot over and 1 foot down, and that makes it almost impossible for Emi Martinez to come out, because now at that point you're going, who's touching it?
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Bro, that guy's winning though, man. He's having a good time, bro. Yeah,
what a game.
Yeah.
I just I wanted I never thought that they would get to that point. You know, you watch them in the group stages, you're like, you never know. You never know what this team can do. I figured they'd give Argentina a hard time. I figured Argentina would kind of come out of it, not easily, but I figured they'd win by 2.
Right.
I just thought they might have been a little too much to having that little bit more of a creative onus between Messi and Thiago Mata and a couple of those players. But for Cabo Verde to really make them sweat and make them work for it, I didn't see that coming. I wanted Cabo Verde to at least make it to PKs. Because if you make it to PKs, it's like, okay,
you never know.
You got a result. You never know what's going to happen. Well done. I figured the whole time we'd be having this conversation about Argentina winning, but I didn't figure it'd go like that. And I sat there and I went, they might have a chance.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I was like, they might have a chance. I'm saying we, like I'm a fan.
Hey, they adopted us for this World Cup, you know what I mean? I think most people
120 minutes there at the end.
Bro. It was I agree that before the game, I thought Argentina's gonna win this, especially once they get one, you start pressing, you get another one, but credit to them for fighting back and just making the whole world, basically, if you weren't an Argentine fan, you were rooting for them, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was like no neutrals. You're either going for Argentina or you're going for Cabo, and so that was an amazing game. So all right, I'm trying to think here. Other games, of course, we have to talk about the U.S. and the host countries. England, they almost didn't survive Congo.
That's another one I wanted to talk about a little bit. England's having they had a hard time on it. They come out, they have an incredible game against Croatia. It seems like something clicked there, and then it was a little bit more difficult the next game.
Right.
And then the next game, I think they kind of already had it won, so it is what it is. But then for them to come out and struggle this much against DR Congo.
Yeah.
Now, they are a team that does sit, and England is going more for speed rather than for creativeness. So they don't really have a player that'll break a team down as much, and that's hard saying that because they have so many good players.
Right.
But, everyone keeps saying, oh, if England plays against a team that'll run against them, you might have a better chance. Well, guess what? You have your chance now against Mexico, who's going to run at you. We talked about it in that first podcast. If England and Mexico make it and they play against each other in La Azteca,
It's gonna be electric there,
It's
dude.
gonna be electric, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Especially
I mean,
with what Mexico did to Ecuador, which I did not see. I thought Ecuador might have a chance there because Ecuador is a good team, in my opinion. They're a good team. Mexico just looked comfortable against them.
they're flying, man. Like no, to give up 0 goals. Like
Yeah,
I would love if the U.S. wouldn't have given up any goals.
yeah,
So far in the World Cup, giving up 0 goals and just they're playing with energy. Their striker that's been getting them ahead in every single game so far early on.
Quinones.
Yes, yes. He's just
That kid's gonna get an offer. I mean, he has
yeah.
to. Look at how good he's playing.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. But the supporters, they're in Mexico City in the Azteca, just they're gonna carry them. Okay, here's one thought though. Okay, they do kind of flip, right? So like my one thought is if England can get one, sneak one in, right?
Yeah,
I feel like if the fans aren't seeing what they want to see from their team, they will start jeering them and like you know what I mean.
yeah. We talked about it in that first one too. We talked about it before a little bit. Do you really think they will?
I mean, I think they have been like that historically. Like they'll put the pressure, which sometimes that pressure motivates them. You know what I mean? But it just depends how the players receive it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the support will be there hard from the beginning. But
Yeah.
I feel like if it's not going their way, they're gonna start being like, "We expect more from you," especially the way as good as they've been playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I'll be interested to see the support group for that game. Well, I mean, I already know the ratio. I think England fans are getting 9,000 tickets, which is nothing in La Azteca.
right,
That's like one little corner up high behind the one goal, I believe.
yeah,
That stadium's going to be absolutely rocking.
yeah,
Whole is going to be rocking for Mexico. I mean, I said it before. I think even if they do go down a little bit, I think since they're at a World Cup and they're at home World Cup,
right.
I think unless it's getting to the end of the game and Mexico's down by one and they don't look like they're going for it, I think that's when they will.
Right. If
But
you're
I
as
think
long
it's
as they're
gonna take.
pressing,
I think it's
yeah,
going to take quite a bit. And again, you said if they're not seeing what they want to see, sure. But I think these fans are going to push because I think they smell blood and water in this I guess this England team. You know what I mean?
yeah. As well as they've been playing, that's fair. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. I think there could be a little bit of pushback, but to your point, if they're not pressing the game, if they're trying to
Yeah.
sit back and not actually try, but yeah, I could see it going. Oh, I lost my bracket here. Okay, let me see here. Canada's game. Did you catch that at all on the round of 32?
Canada, South
Or?
Africa, yeah.
Okay, that was kind of
Not a,
yeah,
not an over. I watched every minute of every game
right.
aside from one, Algeria Jordan. It was late and I had to go to work early, so I had to
Yeah,
get that
that's
one.
fair.
And I forgot to record it. But I thought that game would be better than what it was. I'm
They
not saying
squeaked it out 1-0.
Yeah, they squeaked it out 1-0. It was the very first knockout game, so I don't know if that played a little bit of like, we better
Yeah,
be careful here. Not only that, they weren't playing in Canada, so you don't quite
True.
have that home support as much. And I mean, South Africa pressed them more than I thought they would. I always thought Canada would win that game, and they did. But I thought Canada would do a little more, especially after their very last game.
right. A little bit of heat. All
Excuse
right. Yeah, you're good. Okay. Salud. We have to get into Portugal, Croatia, or sorry, we have to get into the U.S. Bosnia. But
Oh.
was the Portugal Croatia, was that last one? Was that a goal or was that offside? What do you think?
I want it to be a goal
Yeah.
because I love Luka Modric. But from what I can tell,
Yeah.
the player himself said it, I think.
Yeah,
that
he said he
it
felt
hit him.
something. Yeah. I thought he hit it
If-
too. In the
yeah.
moment, I thought he hit it. But
If he hit it, it's offside.
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's just it sucks. It's if I'm a Croatia fan, I'm absolutely furious. But
Exactly. Yeah.
if he hit it, and it's off. Like there's not. It's just a part of the game. It's not.
Yeah.
Nobody did nothing wrong. Was the penalty a penalty for Portugal?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can't quite remember because I remember it being.
I have to go back and see that play again.
That's kind of soft,
right?
Fuck, I can't remember.
Yeah,
but I
always
thought Portugal would win that one. Mm-hmm. But I kind of wanted Croatia to win that because I think Croatia would play better against Spain.
I was actually wondering, like, well, I was like, okay, who? Because the winner of Spain and Portugal will then be our if we win against Belgium. If we win against Belgium,
if
so that's I'm more concerned about our pathway as well. So I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I just a quick note before we move on to the U.S. Bosnia. I do think Portugal is an example of a good collection of players who haven't really found that team, that closeness. You know what I mean? That they should be at. You know what I mean?
100% agree with you on that. That's
kind of frustrating, but
yeah, because they were my pick to win the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But they're just.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. I did not.
They're just kind of squeaking by. But all right, U.S. Bosnia. That was another game that was just electric and unfortunate. Obviously about the red card.
It's not a red card though.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. So this is this is the one part in the group chat where we're messaging back and forth, right? So
and I hate you so much. I hate you so much when you do that neutral bullshit that you do.
No. It's not.
It's like, oh, shut up, Galen.
It's not.
I
neutral.
knew you. I know you. I knew you were fuming. Tell me you weren't pissed,
bro. I was personally pissed. So in the chat, right?
And that's why when I saw that, I was like, man, stop,
bro,
get out of here. I knew you were just as mad as I was.
Oh no, dude. I 100%. I don't think it's red card. You're both coming down. But for context, in the group chat, I said if I'm a Bosnia fan, I'm gonna be yelling red card. You know what I mean? And here's why I say that, because of course it's like you see the ankle in the still, which is not supposed to be part of the VAR. But like if I see Balogun's ankle like that, I'm pissed, man. I'm gonna be like red card, give him a red card.
Yeah.
But if I'm a U.S. fan or even just refereeing, like what is the nature of a movement in a game? I don't think it's a red card. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of have my yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also, if we're gonna go along with that, then can we go back and give Messi a red for what he did?
Exactly.
Because that's him running behind someone. He can see the dude, and he steps on the back of his calf. Now, there's a bit of here and for, I want that red. Some people say it's yellow. I can see how they would prefer it to be a yellow.
At least a yellow, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at least. And if you want to give Balogun a yellow for this one, okay, fine.
Right. But he missed it completely.
Never a red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Messi's is more of a red, in my opinion, than what happened here. And it's the same thing with what happened with the Qatar player, where he tackles Ismail Kone and breaks his leg. In the moment you see that happen, and for me, that's never a red. It's an accident. It's an accident. He is never. I mean, you see that foul almost every single game that you watch. It just happened to. It's a freak accident. It's awful.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt bad. I'm like, you kind of can't give that dude a red card. Now the ref was kind of stuck.
Yeah, because if you don't give a red, oh man, he's gonna be pissed.
But for me, again, none of these are red cards.
I would say okay. The way that games are getting called or fouls getting called now, I would say Messi's is more of a red card than Balogun's, right? I would also say Messi's foul, what should have been a foul, wasn't even called. I'm pretty sure it wasn't even called.
Well, this was never even called either.
In the run of play, yeah, that's true. That's true too.
Never even was called. It wasn't called a foul.
So for me, like Messi's foul was more similar to the Qatar player fouling. What was his name again? I'm blanking on his name.
Ismail Kone.
Yeah. So to me, that those were more similar than what Balogun's was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you see, to your point, Messi's looking in that direction. He's stepping like he's following him.
Mm-hmm.
This one, Balogun and my guy, I'm blanking his name, but they're going across. They're moving together, and they bump into each other and they land. It's incidental. You know what I mean? Like, and I understand like if you break somebody's leg, then it is what it is. You know, like, it is. You can say he endangered him.
Yeah.
But you're like, where else is he supposed to land? You know what I mean? You're telling a player who's been playing, 60 minutes or whatever, that oh, you should have pulled up your leg, when you were coming. Like nobody's gonna think that.
Yeah, it's just like you're basically asking him to not take a step because that's
Exactly.
what he did. He took a step, and I understand, sure, maybe, fine, but again, and to your point, Messi can see what he's doing. You know what happened with Ismail Kone, like the guy going up against him could see him. The guy's coming up almost behind Flo. Flo's going to receive it. The guy comes up alongside him and hits him from behind. So it's a legs tangled. He falls. He's taking a step because he didn't even see the guy hitting him. It's like, how are you going to say it's a red? He didn't even see the guy coming.
Yeah.
He has no idea what's about to happen. He has no clue about where his feet are going, that the guy's right there. Like, it's just... And I hate it. And I think Mark Clattenburg did say the thing that he doesn't like about VAR is, and again, but he's I can't stand Mark Clattenburg because he did say, oh, it's endangering the player, so it should be a red. But he did say, to his credit, he doesn't like that VAR is showing the referees the stills.
That's
he
not
said
supposed to
VAR is supposed to be used. You show them the full speed moment, and then say, "Do you want to change anything?"
All right.
And I don't think they should show them any slow mo. I don't think they should show them any stills, any still frames. Never ever should they do that. I think they should go. Here is a clip. I will even give you 2 different angles. Here's one at full speed, and here's the other angle at full speed. You want to change anything? No? Move on. Like, I cannot, and especially when he stood there for, 5 minutes? More than 5 minutes? You couldn't decide whether or not you had done anything wrong.
Like,
so
for me,
what are we doing?
Yeah. For me, the stills or the slow-mo should only be used like, you have incidents where a player spits on a player, or you need to see a detail. It's not the run of play. Fine. It's something that's outside of football that they just need to, like, what was this that this player said or did, But the run of play, you should just look at it, you know what I mean? And I know that for the referee in the moment, it's a lot to take in, right?
Yeah.
But... of course, and that was kind of my point. Is like, if you see his ankle like that, you just see that moment. Of course, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks really bad. You know what I mean? But you don't get the context if they're moving across the field, they're bumping, they're landing. You know what I mean?
But even with the still, you can see if you're looking at the whole still and not just a little shot of just that ankle.
The ankle.
You're looking at the whole still. You can see Flo is falling forward. He's looking that way, and the guy's behind him.
Yeah,
like he's not
he's not looking at him. Yeah, yeah. It was a crazy call, and then of course that sets us up for. Sorry.
Okay, so along with that red card, you're about to set us up for Belgium, I assume.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, who do you play? Because we can't appeal it for some reason. If it's Messi or Ronaldo. Guaranteed they're being able to get appeal and they're fine.
Right.
But we can't appeal it. Who do you play?
Okay, so I've heard the 2 different arguments, right? On the one hand, which I think is what's going to happen, is that he's going to put Pepe or Haji, right? Probably going to be Pepe because he kind of favors Pepe. Like kind of like for like, you trust your midfield, you keep everything how it is, and then you're just going to put him up top. Pepe is very different. I think there was, I'm trying to blank which game it was where he was combining well whenever he'd drop in, combine, and then they play in behind for like Pulisic or whoever else. That worked. But when he tries to play like Balogun where he's up top making runs and stuff, that doesn't work. He's a different player. You know what I mean? Or we get crazy and we put, because like, who is it? Weah or McKennie have both played striker for their clubs.
Don't take West out of where he is.
And that's the scary
You
part.
can do Wea. You can do Wea.
Put way up top.
Because, yeah, if you want the speed of flow, fine.
Right.
You're not
He's
going
on
to
the
get the
bench
physicality
anyway.
of showing, of showing and getting the combo play, like you said. But if you want speed, fine.
Right, making those runs in behind. I could see Wea. I could see McKennie only because kind of playing that false nine where you're kind of dropping into the midfield as well and looking to combine. Maybe even Tillman, but like, and the only reason I feel slightly comfortable putting one of them up there is because Berhalter's been playing pretty well. I'm not saying he's the same level as McKennie, but he's been playing pretty well. So I think he could kind of help support that center, that midfield, And then if it's for some reason not working out, boom, you just move him out and move McKennie back into the midfield or whatever, or whoever it is. But like that would be the other kind of thought process for me. But like I know the default's usually you switch out like for like, you trust your striker, you brought him for a reason, I do not want them to put Pulisic up top because I know they tried that one time, and he's so much better on the outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, give him space, let him run at people.
Yeah.
How about you? I can see what you're saying. I think he's probably just going to throw Pepe up there. The only problem that I have with Pepe is he's so much slower than Flo, and that different players. They're just different style player.
Right.
I think he'll give you that physicality. I think he's willing to fight, where I don't think Wea will be. But I think Wea, again, different player.
Right.
Wea will be able to make those runs in behind. So you really have to decide what is it that you'd rather do. And I think he would rather have a big, actual, natural striker to show, get us some combo play, and hopefully get Dest and Pulley in behind.
Right.
I think that's that's where I would go. That's where I think he's going to want to go. If Haji Wright would have more of his confidence from Poch, you might. I think that might fit better because I think he's quicker. But
yeah, so I feel like I think it will be
brutal.
Pepe, but at the same the way Poch has been though, kind of is like I could see him doing like curveball. Haji hasn't seen the field, boom, throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see him just doing something, but I do think his default is Pepe. I feel like the last game Pepe could have I know he wasn't in there long, but I feel like he could have been more physical. To your point, I know he can be, but like I want him to be more physical. And I think as long as he does the combo play at the top there, like for the midfielders, dropping it in, whatever it is, playing it through, just hold the ball up a little bit. Then I think he can be successful, But like if you're just trying to run in behind, he's kind of struggled, in my opinion, on that. But
one thing I really think that we cannot do, and that's just my opinion, I really don't think we can do it, and we really shouldn't, is we should not break up that midfield three.
Yeah, it would be dangerous.
I thought Portugal would have the best midfield three at this World Cup, and obviously I'm biased because I'm a U.S. fan.
Right.
But I think our midfield three has been the best midfield three at this World Cup so far, working together. I think every other midfield has been good at times, but there have been times where these other midfields have not done what they're supposed to do, and they fall apart. When these three are in, everything happens like it should in that midfield. And I want us to beat Belgium as
a little revenge.
As a U.S. fan, as a U.S. fan, I was very excited to see Belgium be our next team. Not excited, I was more happy.
Right.
I wanted nothing to do with Senegal.
They were more scary to me too. Their physicality,
Senegal
their speed.
is the better team. Belgium should be out of this World Cup twice. They shouldn't have made it out of the group stage, and they should not have beat Belgium. Or Senegal. I don't know what happened, man. It's like they froze.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What are you?" As a football fan, I'm sitting there going, "What are you doing? You're a way better team."
Yeah, the way they were playing was
As a U.S. fan, I was like, I think I'd rather go up against this old ass Belgian team
Right.
and that Senegalese team that was just going to absolutely run at
Yeah.
us.
I think they'll be less physical. They'll be less speedy for sure. Like that Senegal team was playing so well.
Yeah.
Just gave up. They were up by 2, right, in that game, and then they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen the odds, what the odds would have been in the 85th minute.
Oh yeah. One thought. I'm trying to think here. Oh, Brazil, Norway. You got your dark horse. You got Brazil. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The odds still favor Brazil, and I think a lot of people think that Brazil will win that game. Not easily, but I think they'll win it somewhat comfortably. But, well, I guess I don't think that. Most people think that. I don't know, man. Norway looks good, and they have some momentum. They're feeling it right now. And that's what you don't want to come up against, is when a team is just really feeling it. And on the other side of that little bracket there is Mexico, England. And I think that's the same thing for England. You don't really want to come up against a Mexico team that's just feeling it, man. They got vibes going.
Right.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Brazil's kind of feeling themselves, but every time you watch them, you're like, this just isn't as good as it should be, in my opinion. That Norway team, man, they fight and they go. Them beating Ivory Coast surprised me. Those were my two teams.
Right.
It surprised me. I thought Ivory Coast would at least take it to PKs or something. And Holland's lucky he scored that goal. That came in, it hit, and you see the look on his face when, oh no, I messed that up.
Right.
But yeah, it's.
But even after the game, he just standing there like shaking his head, smiling, like he couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I Brazil will probably pull something out. You know, you don't ever want to see Vinny running at you. But if Norway can shut Vinny down, shut him off, I think Norway get through.
They could surprise.
I think they have a good chance.
Yeah, I think Brazil's probably still a favorite, but I feel like Norway's, aside from the host countries, I feel like Norway's got the last of the supporters groups that are just here for a good time. Like the Scots are out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they're
Cabo
just
Verde's gone.
Cabo Verde, yeah. So Norway's just here rowing, man. They're just having fun, and and Holland's just kind of minimizing. Oh yeah, they'll probably beat us. You know what I mean? Like every team they play, they'll probably beat. You know. So I don't know. Is that just mind games, or is he just too honest? I'm not sure, but
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him? He's at the Airbnb, and the person comes up and says, are you a World Cup soccer player? And he gives her that Texan accent. And he goes, no, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. He's just having fun, man. He's going out there buying cowboy hats, cowboy boots. You know what I mean?
Cowboy boots. He looked like Lindsay walking around with shorts and cowboy boots.
Hey, maybe Lindsay's part Norwegian. I don't know. Oh, man. All right. Well, you want to hit Portugal, Spain? Who you think will win that one, or?
I think Spain will run away with it.
Yeah, you think it'll be a blowout, or you think it'll just be they'll squeak by?
I really want Portugal to win, but I think Spain will. Win probably 2-0.
Right.
2-0, 3-1, something like that. I don't know. Unless Portugal comes out and out of nowhere looks way better than what they do. I think Spain will probably win because Spain doesn't look that great either.
Yeah,
I mean they look good.
Yeah,
they look good. They control the game and stuff, but you're not. It's not what you're used to seeing from Spain.
The level, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Yamal has been starting now, right?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, they won the last one 3-0, so they looked a little better than they did in the group stage, but. Yeah, here's one thought with Portugal, and the same issue that Ghana had too. Have to give them a shout for a fee, but their captains being on the field, okay, and maybe a little longer than what they should be, right? And I'm not trying to discredit them, but I think that against Spain, if they're struggling or if they're behind, I think they have to make that change earlier. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This is not a knock on him. This is just time. You know what I mean? It's just father time. And so I feel like that is one thing that should have happened in the Ghana game against Colombia, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's something that might have to happen in the Portugal Spain game.
I think if Portugal wants to win the World Cup, just last thing, I think if Portugal wants to win the World Cup, they either have to go to Ronaldo and say, look, you get the first hour if you want to
Right.
be nice.
Yeah.
You get an hour. You do something great. If not, you're going to sit.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't like that, you go, fine. We'll start Gonzalo Ramos, and you get the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes
Super sub
to
type
do
thing, yeah.
something.
Right.
But if not, but again, I don't think Roberto Martinez has the balls to do that.
Right.
But
And
I
it's a
think
tough thing, but yeah.
sure, it's a tough
Right.
thing.
But it's the national
However,
team. Yeah.
we're here.
Yeah.
Are we here to win the World Cup or not? Like
Right.
that's what we're here for. And
Yeah.
sorry to sit here and not stroke your ego, but I think that's what
Yeah.
they needed this World Cup. They needed a coach that was going to be like, look, this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if you want to sit here and stat pad your numbers, we'll let you play all 90 minutes of Uzbekistan.
Right.
You know, we'll let you play all 90 minutes of this team or that. But if it comes down to crunch time,
Yeah.
you can either have one or the other. You don't
Yeah.
get to be out there the entire time. I'm not going to sub you off
Mm-hmm.
in the 80th minute. I'm taking you off 55th, 60th.
It has to be earlier. If he's not finding his moment, it has to be earlier. I mean, and the other thing too is like, okay, he's 40, 41, something like that right now.
41.
You're 41. Stop. Like it's okay. It's okay to be.
You're not a goalkeeper.
Yeah. Exactly. And so if you come in and you have X amount of time to make a moment, if it doesn't happen, it's okay. You're still, if you win the World Cup, you're still going to get your World Cup medals.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Figo, I'm sure Figo would take it if he's coming in off the bench or coming off early. He'll take the medal. If you know what I'm saying. So like, for me, I'm just like,
Yeah, I'll take the medal if you just put me on the bench.
right. I'll be a kit man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, a lot of great games coming up. Round 16. Any other last thoughts before we wrap it up, or?
Oh. I don't know.
Do you think Egypt learned anything from watching the Cabo game last night against Argentina? No.
No. I think Argentina will win that way easier than what they did against Cabo Verde.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think Egypt's a very good team. No offense against Egypt. I just think... Because, I mean, they had a hard time against Australia.
Right.
You know? So I just don't think they're a very good team. I think... Yeah, I think Argentina will have a much easier game than Colombia will against Switzerland.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one, I think.
So...
Dang.
I don't know. Unless Mo Salah can pull off some magic,
Right.
we'll turn the clock back a little bit. And,
He gets one
pull
and then they
something off,
lock
but-
it in.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, if we win this game on Monday, the U.S., it'll be the first time since 2002 that we're at the quarterfinals when we got robbed against Germany. So we get back there, you never know what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Germany were the runners-up of that year, so if we come up against Portugal or Spain, if we can beat Belgium, got to focus on that one first. But you never know what happens. You know.
If they beat Belgium, who would you rather play?
I feel like I'd rather play Portugal.
Oh,
But you know, I mean, like Spain just is their strikers are starting to find their stride, and you got Lamine, and it's a lot, you know.
yeah.
So I also don't think we're gonna touch the ball very much against Spain.
Yeah.
We're gonna get gassed more if we're constantly chasing the game. I think Portugal, we can get the ball, we can be a little more evenly matched, you know. I know obviously they're amazing players, you know, but I like our chances better against Portugal personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we had a score prediction for Belgium, U.S. or no? Depending if you're feeling optimistic on the moment or not.
That's not said at all.
Those I said, ooh, okay, all right.
Let's go.
I like it. I
Some
think
revenge.
maybe, yeah, 2-0 would be nice. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go 2-1. You know, maybe they squeak one in, we battle back. But yeah, so that's
It all depends if Romelu Lukaku plays. If he plays, he's going to score at least once. He scores every time he plays. So,
true. Yeah.
well, if he starts, he's
he
not
starts.
scoring.
Oh, okay. He's a super
If he
sub.
comes
Huh?
in, if he comes in as he scored every time he subbed on.
That's yeah.
So if he comes on as a sub, then we're screwed.
Then watch out.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we better have a couple in the net before then, huh?
Well, you better have at least 3 in the net before then. Apparently.
Yeah. I hope. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap. Unless you got anything else going, we'll be back after the round of 16 for the quarters, and going round by round after that. All right. Peace out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.